is Vinay Mistry, founder and consulting CIO at Coequal Associates. Hope you liked our first talk and the story Who Asked You to Buy. Now let us hear second story on how SMBs use technology today. Few days back, I met a friend at a party, a businessman having manufacturing business of metal components. There is a peculiar behavior about a businessman. They will always try to validate their decisions from friends and relatives. Although nothing wrong in it, but there might be a situation like what we have discussed in our first story. Never mind. He started saying, Vinay, lot of viruses and spam mails are coming to all of us. In our case, there were some spam mails being sent from our domain itself. It was sent to all emails within our organization and then it was sent to all the email addresses in our contact list. What should we do? I warned him, you need to be very careful when opening unsolicited emails, especially attachments. Unless you don't know about the person who has sent you, or you are not expecting any attachment from a person, do not open attachment. I further explained him I would do three things. Number one, have an enterprise grade antivirus solution with endpoint protection. Number two, have a business grade email like G Suite, Office 365, Zoho, Rediff Mail Pro, or something which has got inbuilt spam protection. Number three, make sure my website has CAPTCHA on all the forms. There was a pause from him. He further asked me, you know we have factory site as well. We have two people using Tele for entering data from there. We have a server in office. What should we do in that case? I told him I'm not a Tele expert, but rather I know Tele needs all the systems in one single network to work. But there is something like Tele.net, which allows anyone to connect to Tele server from internet securely. Or since there were only two people, I would have just set up two machines in office and asked those people to use professional remote services like AnyDesk or TeamViewer. I know his company is not very big, around 10 people in his office and 3 to 4 people at the factory use his computers. His expression was like, what is he saying? I sensed something odd. Knowing him, I knew he's trying to validate what he has already implemented. I questioned him. What did you do? He explained. We discussed with a security consultant referred by one of our friends. He asked us to move our website and email system on a server inside Office behind a firewall so that our email systems are secured and spam as well as antivirus attacks can be managed. We bought a software as well which is making sure all the emails are scanned before they are being delivered to the particular email box. I thought to ask him, what did you do for the remote access? He mentioned, we implemented site-to-site MPLS line to connect factory to office. Also implemented two leased lines for our office and one for the factory with fixed IPs. This will make sure our server and connectivity is up and running at all times. Now people who don't know what is MPLS, it is node-to-node VPN connectivity known as multi-protocol label switching service. Generally this can be used along with the leased line. He questioned me, is this solution good for long term? I was like thinking, what should I answer him? I told him, solution is good, but to be very frank, it is quite expensive looking at your business needs and number of users. So what is wrong with this solution? He had mentioned two needs. Number one, he wants to stop virus and spamming from his domain. Number two, he wants his factory site team to be able to use Tele effectively, which is hosted in the office. Let us consider these were the only two chief requirements he had. For the first problem, what he did is he bought a server, implemented mailing system and hosting in-house, set up firewall, bought a software which helps avoiding attacks by hackers and spammers. He bought redundant line, that is two leased lines, to make sure their connectivity is running at all times. This solution would have been good in case we would have been 10 to 12 years back. In the present era of offshoring and co-location of servers, he bought a server just for a mailing system and website hosting. Due to this, he has not only incurred capital expenditure for the infrastructure, but also added so much of operational expenses in the form of licenses and lease lines. What he could have done, looking at his requirements, he could have invested in an endpoint protection solution with antivirus. He should have thought of rebuilding part of their website to incorporate CAPTCHA to avoid spam bot attacks, rather than bringing the entire setup behind the firewall. He could have bought any collaboration suites like G Suite, Office 365, Rediff Mail Pro, which has inbuilt virus protection for email system. He would have used normal internet connection with higher bandwidth in place of lease line, which could have been a lot more cheaper. Let us now talk about his second problem. He wants his factory side team to be able to use Delhi effectively. What he did was he implemented a firewall MPLS site-to-site VPN for connecting office network from his factory network. He could have done this in a simple step. He could have set up two machines in his office premises with implementation of remote services product which can be used to connect the machines remotely from the factory, or just simply use Tele.net with a proper security option so that factory staff can easily use Tele remotely. So what was wrong in the implemented setup? His implemented solution was very expensive for his business needs. He could have saved lots of money and used them in areas where technology would help him to add value to his business. The most important takeaway is do not overspend on technology. Security is required, but it needs a very careful thought. Security starts from users. Training them how to use technology is must. One needs to be very calm when virus strikes. Do not make yourself as a sales opportunity. In this case, he would have saved lot on infrastructure as well as recurring costs due to maintenance and operations, way too less than what he is paying at this point in time. It is important that your advisor knows your business, its processes, and the scale of business, and what amount of technology spent will add value to your business. If he knew these points and he would have taken an independent opinion, he could have saved handsome amount of money which he could have used to add technology by buying few other products which would have add real value to his business. Think about affordable solutions and have good advisors who understands you and your business on a regular basis. Have consultants who are not specific to the problems. Talk to consultants who can give you proper and wholesome advice. We do not recommend any product what we have talked about in this talk unless and until we understand your business needs. These are just taken for an illustration purpose only. With this, I would like to take your leave. See you soon with the third and the last story on the topic how SMEs are using technology in today's world. Meanwhile, we request you to please provide your valuable information in the link shown here so that we can send in details about our upcoming Tech Talk updates. In case you wish to reach us for any information, feedback, or discussion, please feel free to email us or just call us. We will be happy to talk to you. Do take out time and visit our website. You can connect to us on social media for future updates. Thank you for your time.